What's up guys, how's it going? I've just got a quick video for you today. I just want to show you how to uncoil a brand new BL rope. Now, what a lot of people don't understand about ropes is that they're actually coiled in a very specific way in the factory, and if you just chuck it on the floor and pull out the rope, you're going to end up with a really nasty, horrible, kinked, twisted rope. Now, climbing ropes are a little bit like toilet roll when they're coiled in the factory. So it comes off the machine and it comes into a bucket, and then from the bucket they put it onto a spool where they twist the rope just like they do when they're pulling paper onto a roll. Okay, so what you have to do with your climbing rope is you have to pull it off as if it's coming off, just like you would with toilet roll. Now, if you imagine the toilet roll itself, if you were to place it like this and pull up like this, you end up with loads of twists. You see how that's twisted? Now it's exactly the same with a climbing rope. So a climbing rope is being twisted like this, so you basically have to reverse that motion to pull the climbing rope out. So, without further ado, I have here a brand new BL Opera Golden Dry Uncoil 8.5mm rope. This is my go-to rope for guiding. I have two of these that I'm going to use this winter when I'm up in Scotland. Really great rope, and it was a fantastic opportunity the other week to go and see these ropes being produced in the BL factory. So first things first, you take off the packaging. It comes with a little booklet. It's definitely worth keeping hold of that because there's some really useful information in there. You can just pull that one straight off and you can have a look at that when you've finished. And what I tend to use here is a safety cutter. So it's like a blade that's kind of enclosed in a plastic housing. And first thing is just to cut those he says it's not a very sharp one. Cut those two plastic things off there. And BL actually provide a kind of Velcro strap that goes around the rope like this. So we basically just want to take that off. Take that off. Okay, so there's the rope ready to be uncoiled. And like I said before, if we were to just throw this down on the floor and start uncoiling the rope, or moving the rope from one side to the other, you'd end up with loads of twists in the rope, which would be really bad news. So what we do is we locate the two ends here. We locate the other end here. And what we want to do is we want to uncoil the rope. So we're dropping the centre of the rope. You see that? Dropping the centre onto the ground. Now, the easiest way of doing this actually with a friend, and as you do this, they pull the rope away from you. But if you haven't got a friend, and unfortunately I don't have one right now for this video, but if you don't have a friend, you have to do this by yourself. And you use a technique a little bit like this. Okay, so I'm rolling my arms over each time, dropping the centre of the rope onto the floor, and this is basically reversing exactly the motion that they do in the factory when they're coiling the ropes. You can get to a certain point where you can actually get your hands all the way through, and it makes it a lot easier to keep the rope in a nice bunch and just move it over so that the rope's coming into a nice pile on the floor. Okay, and there we have it. There's the two ends. The rest of the rope is on the floor, you can see there in a nice pile. So whichever way you prefer to coil it now, you can either coil it starting from here. I tend to do this type of coil over the top of my head, and you can see there's no twists that are coming through. The rope handles super well. Great. drop down the ends, so I've got a couple of meters that are spare here, and then I just wrap those all the way around, just like that. Bring it in nice and tight. Now, that final bit, you maybe didn't see that, and what I did was, when you finish doing the wraps around the top here, you take a bite of the rope and you pass it through here like this, and then you pop that over the top, just like that, and then you've got some nice tails here, and you can actually make this into a pretty convenient little rucksack. If you separate those either side of you there, you can pass it behind your back. Now, if I'd made them a little bit longer, I could have made a little knot here, and I would have a really convenient way of carrying my rope if I wanted to go for a little walk and go sport climbing or something like that. Cool. So that's how you uncoil a brand new rope and then coil it back up again so you can use it in the mountains. Cheers guys, hope you enjoyed the video.